welcome back. I hope you can hear me this time. If you can, let me know. I'm just waiting for somebody to come on to let me know that they can hear me. Yep, okay. Just give me a few seconds. I can hear you. Fantastic. Thank you much. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe the wire came out. So what I'm doing is I'm just using my phone at the moment. So unfortunately, I will not be able to reply to any comments at the moment because the laptop's not working. So I'm just on the phone. And what I wanted to talk about is the news that I just heard about an hour ago. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister. I can hear you. Fantastic. Thank you. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, announced that London and the Southeast will be going into Tier 4 lockdown. This is sad news. In fact, the news is devastating, especially for learner drivers. Now, we know that the waiting lists for driving tests is just unprecedented. If anyone books a driving test today, they're likely to get one April or even May. Now, with the Tier 4 system in London, in England, the DVSA has not officially announced anything. But what I can tell you is on the government website, on gov.uk, it clearly states that areas in Tier 4 in Scotland and in Wales, the driving tests will not be conducted. Now, England, the Prime Minister has announced this new Tier 4 system for the first time just about an hour ago, and what he said is non-essential services will be suspended. So all shops will be closed. The last lockdown, that the government does not consider driving tests to be essential. I mean, I personally think that it's essential, and I'm sure many of you will agree with me that driving tests are essential, especially for key workers. It's vital that key workers, people who work in our hospitals, nurses, that they have a driving license, that they can travel to and from work. During the last lockdown, the key workers were not given any priority, whereas in the first lockdown, they were. Now, it's actually very sad that this virus has mutated and it's easily spreadable. I'm just getting close to watch out for the comments, making sure that the sound is working. Thank you for all of you who are participating in this video and commenting. What was I saying? Yeah, it's sad that this virus is mutating and it's easily catchable. The last time that we had this, well, not the last time, the last virus, the original virus, they said that you had to be close to somebody for at least like 15, 20 minutes before you could catch it. But this new virus, this new mutated virus, is far easily spreadable. So, you know, a few minutes next to a person and you can easily catch it. So as driving tests are going to be suspended, if your driving test is coming up, let's say this week before Christmas, then there's a high possibility. I'm not saying it, yes, it's going to be suspended, but there's a high possibility that it will be suspended. The government has announced that basically with immediate effect, we are in tier 4 lockdown now. The driving tests has to be decided by the DVSA. Businesses have been forced to close, non-essential businesses. So if your driving test is this week, you may get an email from the DVSA to say that your test has been cancelled. So it is vital that your email address, your phone number is up to date on the government website, so that you do not have a wasted time turning up for this test. Furthermore, it's important that I would say just log on to the government website and check the date and time and place of your test the day before you go. Now, I'm getting more comments on there. What about theory tests? That's a good question. To be honest, I see no reason why theory test centres cannot remain open. However, the government and me, we don't think alike. The government last lockdown, the one we had for a month, closed theory test centres down. And I actually made a video and I said, why are theory test centres closed? And I had a lot of support from people who agreed with me to say that the theory test centres should remain open. However, one of the comments I had actually gave me the answer. And, I've been thinking about it, and theory test centres unfortunately have to close as well. The reason for that is because at the moment, as I said earlier, the average waiting time for a driving test is like 5 months. Now, if the theory test centres are open and the driving test centres are closed, more people are going to be passing the theory test. And as more people pass the theory test, more people will want to take their practical test. Reconnecting again, which is just outside the M25. And I must have the worst internet signal in the whole of the UK. It really is bad. We don't even have we don't have Virgin and ultra fast speed internet, nothing like that. It doesn't exist. It looks like that I'm living sort of in history. Anyone who's got a driving test coming up, keep an eye on their email. Thank you, Emma. That's what Emma said, and that's exactly what I said about. Well, maybe I think I said that in the last video when there was no sound, so people didn't hear me. So Emma, that's appreciated. Thank you for that. The other thing is driving lessons. Will driving lessons go ahead or not? During the first lockdown, the DVSA, they advised against driving lessons. They didn't implement it. And a lot of instructors just thought, well, you know what? I have to teach because I have to pay my mortgage. The DVSA actually enforced that and said, driving lessons. John said, thank you for your updates. John, you're most welcome. In the second lockdown, they actually banned driving lessons. So I don't know at the moment what's going to happen with the driving lessons, but I will keep you updated. And I can only give you that information if you're a subscriber, the bell notification on. As soon as I have any information from the DVSA, information from anywhere, as soon as I have. M said it's a real shame. It is. M, everyone, I'm quite depressed today. So after this live stream, I'm after this live stream, I'm going to have a couple of beers I'm going to call it a day, and let's just fingers crossed that this virus will get under control. But it's not going to get under control by itself. It's only going to get under control if we all work together and we keep our distance, and we look after ourselves and we look after our families. That's all I got to say, really. Yes, it's disappointing, it's sad, but think of it positively. We've got our health, and I suppose driving lessons, driving tests. Okay, 6 months' time, hopefully everything will be back to normal. Thank you for your time. Until next time, please take care of yourselves, take care of your health, and if you know someone vulnerable, why not give them a ring and see how they feel. Thank you. Bye-bye.